What's up? What's up? What's up? How's it going? Such good music. Good old Sim City. Is this pre or post gym? This is pre-gym. I'm not going to the gym till later. I'm doing this, then I gotta do football podcast, and then I'm going to the gym. So I'm essentially just kind of killing time until we gotta do the football podcast. I did see the watch party stuff, yes. I'm sure we'll do one more before that. We need to do like a going out party thing. Although we can literally just do the thing where we like watch stuff and just react to it while we're streaming ourselves. It just won't be as convenient, I guess. That's fine. It does suck, but a lot of times they had shitty movies anyway. A going out watch party, you might even say.
Hey.
Super Daniel coming in with the 53 months. Crendor, what is your position on Skibbity Toilet? I think as long as it's skibbitying, that's all I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Swing. They were the 53 months. Thank you. How are those animated emotes coming along, folks? Dan is making us some spicy new emotes. I just keep thinking of the Squidward where he's like, have you finished those errands? Have you finished those errands? Have you finished those emotes? Hey, Squidward. Hey, Squidward. Hey, Squidward. Yo, saxophone going crazy. Darnell Savage is gone? Yeah, whatever. Darnell Savage wasn't that great. He'd get like one crazy interception and then miss like 4 tackles. They sure are coming along. Fantastic. Is that your official position? Skibbity Toilet? Cream on Daddy, 13 months. Thank you, Cream on Daddy, for the 13 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Swing. They were the 13 months. Aaron Jones is the big loss, but he would also get a lot of hamstring injuries and stuff, so it's... Hamstrings are one of those things where you never know. You never know. The old hamstring, once it starts going, it's going, you know. It's like... Crendor, you sound dead? Well, I just woke up like 45 minutes ago, alright? I'm not a morning person. I don't wake up and go, gee whiz, time to celebrate the day. Like, I need to slowly caffeinate and then get everything rolling. Then I go to the gym. Usually, after I've caffeinated with 2 coffees, I'm pretty woken up. And then after the gym, I'm like officially like rolling. Is the hamstring named after a ham? I actually don't know. Because it kind of does look like a ham. Like it's the big part of your leg, and then you got the old string back there. Why do they call it a hamstring? The word hamstring comes from the Old English ham, hollow or bend of the knee. Oh. I guess it's not because it looks like a ham. I heard someone yesterday tell a friend of mine you shouldn't drink coffee. It's like cocaine. That sounds a little overzealous. I'd say comparing coffee to cocaine's, you know, yeah, a little over the top. A little bit. One of them is an illegal drug. One is served everywhere. I mean, if both are addictive, but you could say that about anything. It's like heroin, you know, playing World of Warcraft. They can both be addictive. Why don't we just allow them both? Sugar's addictive. Like, many things can be addictive. Yeah, this heroin hasn't ruined lives like WoW had. Coca-Cola does not still use cocaine for Coke. Maybe in crazy countries like where you're from. But not here. Plus, coffee's got plenty of health benefits aside from the not benefits. I mean, the main not benefits are like anxiety, caffeine, you can give you withdrawals and stuff, but there are plenty of actual coffee benefits. Health benefits of coffee according to the rush.edu Health Benefits Center. Let's see. Protect against type 2 diabetes. Improve overall health. An analysis of nearly 220 studies on coffee in 2017 found that coffee drinkers may enjoy more overall health benefits than people who don't drink coffee. Control Parkinson's disease symptoms. Slow progress of dementia. Safeguard the liver, including reducing risk of death from liver cirrhosis. Promote heart health. Heart health. This one isn't as clear, but it seems that the possibility is that coffee helps improve blood vessels and the control of blood flow. Reduce melanoma risk. Lower mortality risk. Don't doctor up your drink. Keep in mind that these are focused on benefits of black coffee without adding any sugars, cream, etc. Well, when they say lower risk of death, they mean that they looked at all the studies and found that people generally died less that drank coffee. That's like all they're saying. They're not saying like, wow, it really does like power. They're finding that link of like people drinking coffee dying less. And when they say drinking coffee, it's also just black coffee. Yeah, they're not talking about like super mega frappa wraps. They're just talking about black coffee. No additives. Plus, they're also talking about moderation. They said these are also going from 1 to 4 cups of black coffee a day. I saw another theory was that when you have coffee, you're more likely to just move. And so getting up and moving and doing stuff also just increases your longevity, which would also make sense. Because if you're moving and exercising and stuff, it's going to be healthier than sitting there. However, there is some evidence that coffee is linked to osteoporosis, since it lowers calcium absorption and insomnia in people prone to insomnia. Consume your caffeine during the morning or afternoon instead of the nighttime. So yeah, I usually drink 2 to 3 cups of coffee max a day, and I try to drink it now before I try to avoid it 12 hours before I go to bed because I heard the half-life of coffee and caffeine is typically like 12 hours. So by the time you're going to bed, it's out of your system. Or the half-life's like half of that, whatever. You know what I mean? By the time you go to bed, like 12 hours later, it should be out of your system. That's what I'm saying. Mythic Alex, 10 months. Pop Americano, thank you for the 10 months. So like, thank you for the 10 months. Coffee's radioactive. Dude, what kind of coffee you drinking? Aren't bananas are also like radioactive? There's like a bunch of shit. All right, hold on here. Let me show up on the screen, actually. I realized I've just been on the intro screen. Well, here I am. Welcome, it's me, Daytime Crendor here. Yeehaw. Ready to live in the day. Yeah, caffeine doesn't give you energy, it just turns off the sleepy receptors. And I only got a little bit left. What wine do you got today, /S? Dude, after yesterday I had my tequila, margarita, everything. I'm good. I did my TikTok. If you missed it, I did my TikTok reaction to the tequila shot. In fact, hold on, maybe I can watch it on here. I don't know. TikTok might be banned though, everybody. Might not be able to watch this. Hold on. Let's see. Can I? Okay, here we go. Hold on. I got here. This could be illegal media. All right, hold on. Pause. Okay, hold on. Pause. Did it work? TikTok Crendor. Okay, wait, we're on to something. Log it. Continue as guest. Refresh. Okay. We've located it. Oh my Jesus. Okay, hold on. Hold on. All right, hold on. We're ready. I think I've got it. Chrome. We've got thing. Okay. I think I'm doing it. Hold on. We drop down to the React. React. Okay. And then I do the Chrome. And then I Chrome. Okay, we've done it. Here I am. Here we go. Welcome to Crendor Dissects a Shot. Very oaky, hints of vanilla. Burn in my esophagus. Powerful oak. A lot more vanilla. There's a lot of vanilla. Lot of tequila. Great stuff. Great stuff. Yeah, that was the Rainforest Cafe. The Mexican Rainforest Cafe. It's crazy. It's crazy. Crazy stuff. I mean, yeah, listen, it was just oak and vanilla, and then if you wait a little bit, you get a little more vanilla and a little more oak. And a lot of tequila. Those are the flavors I was really picking up on. Let's see. That was indeed Toaster Woman doing the video, yes. that it was. Boom, 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 boom. I think we need you to try some better tequila. I also agree. I mean, those are like free shots they were giving out. They're not using the good tequila for that. I have tried better tequila in San Antonio. That was pretty good. That's when we did the me and Jesse went to the Overwatch thing back when people actually were playing Overwatch more. And we did like a tequila taste thing, and then there was like a group of esports people, and those esports people didn't drink, and so we got all of their fancy tequila. So that was great. They were just like, yeah, we don't drink. I think they were either underage or they were just like esports people, so they were just like, my APM will be affected. And so we were like, shit, dude, that's some like, that's fancy tequila, we'll drink it. So we did. Yeah, Overwatch on launch was fantastic. A lot of games on launch were fantastic. Actually, it's kind of crazy how like some games on launch are great and then they get worse, and then some games on launch are like bad and then they get better. For example, Blood Bowl. Exhibit A, Blood Bowl. Let's see. In fact, how many people still play Overwatch? Overwatch 2 live player count statistics. I don't know how accurate this website is. Overwatch 2 live player. Online players 1H. What is 1 hour? 351,000. Active players 23 million within the last 30 days. Twitch watched hours 21 million. Wait. Hold on. Are these just like Twitch stats from the Overwatch Twitch page? I think it is. I think these are literally just Twitch stats. Yeah, I think they're just Twitch stats. I have no idea. Gameplay of Overwatch still good, but everything around it's been garbage. Yeah, checks out. That's true. I like Shadowlands at launch, and then that ended up being that was something. Boom, 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 boom. How many people play Overwatch 2? Player count tracker. Oh god. Oh, the dab sneeze. Overwatch 2 currently averages 6.3 million players a day. As of 2 days ago. And it says, as for its peak numbers, Blizzard revealed that 25 million players had played Overwatch in the first 10 days of servers going live. So it started at 25 million, now it's down to 6 million, which honestly, it's not bad. That'd be lower than that. If they're accurate numbers, of course. They've been doing IP. Well, that's like every game's been doing IP collaborations. I've noticed that like a lot of the games like Among Us and Fall Guys started doing it. Thanks. And then all of a sudden like everybody just starts doing the IP collaborations. Among Us? Dude, Dan yeah, Dan's actually working for the Dead Game Company. Unbelievable. A JG with the 5 gifted subs. Thank you, a JG. Neon Dreams. Cadence Impaired. Kip Tech. It's like Ghoulfang Man. It's like, and Halufaz. It's like all getting subs. And folks, now we're only one free Twitch Prime away from Duck Looks in the webcam. He looked in last night, but he'll look in again during the day so you can see him better. Didn't Fall Guys add in Among Us? and then Among Us or something like that. I don't know. Fall Guys is collabed with like everybody. And to be fair, I think it's actually working. How's Fall Guys doing on Twitch? I think they've... Hold on. Browse, viewers, high, low. Valorant's #1 currently. Fortnite, hold on. Currently it's Valorant, Just Chatting, GTA 5, League of Legends, Fortnite, Counter-Strike, Dota 2, Overwatch 2. Wow, Overwatch 2's still up there. Apex Legends, Call of Duty Warzone, FIFA, Minecraft, Elden Ring, Helldivers, Dead by Daylight, World of Warcraft, Slots, Casino, Special Events, Hearthstone, Supermarket Simulator, difficult game about climbing. Oh yeah, I saw Northern Lion was playing that. In fact, he's currently half the viewers of that game. I never got GTA roleplay. I don't know. I like role-playing in games, but like I don't like GTA roleplay because I feel like there's so many people doing it and it just feels like a big kind of clout type of thing at this point. Like people just roleplay, not even the roleplay. They just like play as themselves talking. They'll just be like, "Hey, idiot, look, I'm over in the thing." And it's just like, nobody's getting like really, like people like Sam get really into it, right? Which I am like, okay, that's cool. But like, then there's like, for every Sam, there's like 10 people just not really taking it seriously, or they're just doing it for the popularity. Backpack Battles, Finals. PUBG still has 19,000 viewers. What else is up here? TFT, Sons of Forest, Baldur's Gate 3, Dark Souls 3, Old School RuneScape, Tibia, Street Fighter, Chess, Travel Outdoors, Rocket League, Albion, Sea of Thieves. Some of the games up here I did not expect to still be up here. Animals, Aquariums, and Zoos. Nice. Roblox at 2.9K. Classic Roblox. Sam hasn't played a dog in years. I just love the way that sounds. Like, Sam hasn't played a dog in years, guys. Come on. Voices of the Void, Fitness Health. Yo, Fitness Health. Kebab Chef Simulator? What the hell? Lineage 2. Okay. I need to find variety games to play during the day. Like, I want to make the daytime the time where I just, like, check out games that other people are playing that I want to play, but I also want to keep playing Kaizo at night, you know? Yeah, Twitch are getting rid of watch parties because they're like, you know what we need? Less features. Maybe if they make the things that they have actually work correctly, that'd be nice. They should probably fix their own things before just removing things. But who am I to tell them how to run their website? Except a lowly employee of the company. I'm not even employed by them. I'm technically like a contractor, I guess. Which I guess would be an employee, right? Also, we're only one Twitch Prime. I don't think I've said this before on the stream, but we're only one Twitch Prime away from Duck Looks in the Webcam. Is there hope for Pikmin 4 daytime stream? I mean, it's possible. I mean, yeah, we're doing a watch party this Saturday. And then I imagine we'll try to fit one in as like a going away watch party right before it closes down.
Thanks.
Subject 63XD gifting a sub to Ricky JZ. Fuck. Thank you, Subject63XD. We've done it. We've hit Duck looks in the webcam. Duck. Duck. Woo! That's Duck. Yeehaw. You get health benefits from Twitch? God, no. You think they'd give that? It's Pi Day? Oh, yeah, I guess it is Pi Day. I didn't even think of that. What I did want to do, I wanted to watch more training videos because I love how dumb they are. So I've got the old training video thing up here. Let's see. Videos and training videos. Hold on. React. There we go. So where did I leave off here? Okay, we've got Kroger training video. Actually, it's like a grocery store one. So we got, I mean, we could see the Kroger training. I think I clicked on this one, but I didn't like watch it. Let's see.
Ready, I've got a tea time.
Oh boy, it's already sounding great. Okay.
Hello, America. Today, thousands will try, but few will make it as Select Media Services' best merchandiser. Let's discover who's going to be America's not-so-idle merchandiser. Today's competition is at the Kroger retail food chain. Judging the competition will be the persnickety and downright nasty Englishman, Simon Grau.
Well, thanks for that introduction, Twit.
Our second judge is an SMS celebrity,
Can you imagine?
Paula Notcool. Welcome, Paula.
Thank you, Bob.
You just start working at Kroger, and you gotta sit down and watch this.
Not-so-idle merchandiser. First, we have Willie Make It. Willie traveled cross
There he
country
is,
from
Willie
Goose
Make
Egg,
It, dude.
Iowa to compete here tonight. Good luck, Willie.
In your face, Betty. I'm gonna be America's next top merchandiser.
Our second contestant is Betty Don't. Betty is a
Betty
part-time
Don't.
sister to a family of 13 in Atlanta and full-time pickle collector. Good luck to you today, Betty.
That's what you think, Willie. I'm going to be America's top merchandiser. Chew on that.
Let's
I love
begin
the acting in
competition
this.
with
Really
Willie.
good stuff.
The first thing that they have to do for the competition today, Simon,
I'm glad
is
that
calling
my
from the
local
customer service
grocery
desk
store
phone.
employees
Let's get on with it already.
are great
I've got
at
a
acting.
tea time at 2. Who's up first? Oh, the bloke.
Cool it, Simon. Yes, Willie's logging into the IVR with his ID, password, chain, and store number
What?
as we speak. For those who
What
might
is the
want to try
IVR?
out for American Not-So-Idle merchandiser, remember that the chain number will vary by state or region.
So what if he can't?
What is a merchandiser? Does anybody know? Is it somebody like checks inventory? Like, what are they doing? I genuinely don't know what it is. Also, let me update this subgold. Garfield comic. Incredibly violent radiator. Okay, good. They stock the shelf. Oh, so it's just the people that stock the shelves. I feel like that would make sense.
Can't bloody figure what the number is.
Well, he can refer to the IVR training manual, which obviously he doesn't need.
He's bloody
Obviously.
lucky he is. Hey, just caught him. He must carry his badge in a visible location at all times. Clipped to his back pocket is not very visible.
It's early in the competition.
Wait, what do you mean
Simon.
it's not
Try
visible?
to
It's like
eliminate
clearly
it yet.
visible.
We should let future competitors know that they should wear their Select Media badge for SMS accounts and their Newsgroup badge for TNG accounts.
How's that not
It's
visible?
time to move on to the receiving
What?
portion of the competition.
It's
Here,
literally
Betty
just
is
like-
getting new products
whatever.
from the receiving area, specifically drug general merchandise, also known
Drugs.
as drug GM.
When it comes to receiving, Kroger stores may vary. The drug GM area of
Lot
the
of
store
drugs
is often
coming
in
in.
the back near the meat department.
You sailed through the first part of the competition, Betty. What are some tips to get you through this portion?
Well, as you can see, I have an invoice that was left here by the driver, and I take this invoice and I match it up with the totes that are left by the driver and make sure that
Dude,
the
she's
product
getting first
here
place.
goes with this store that I'm working today.
I can see the store number
Definitely
and the
getting
address
first
on
place
the
after
label.
that showing.
Betty uses that to verify the order. And if she doesn't see it, she calls her supervisor.
Look at Willie. I think he received a tote for another store.
Hopefully, he'll set it
That was maybe one of the worst accents I've ever heard. Listen.
Willie, I think.
Hold on.
And if she doesn't see it, she calls her supervisor.
Look at Willie. I think
Look at
he
Willie.
received a tote for another store.
Hopefully, he'll set it aside for the driver to pick up. Looks like he did. He's not wasting any time notifying his supervisor and calling the customer service number found on his paperwork.
Unless he's calling for carryout. I could use a pizza right now. I've got a gig at 11.
Now, if he didn't have an invoice,
Okay, he said
should
I
have
have a
called
gig at
customer
11. I
service
thought
to
he said I have a
copy
gig at
faxed to the
11.
store.
And I was like, a
That
gig at
call
11?
could help make him America's not-so-idle merchandiser.
Oh, look at those totes. I love the colors. They match my outfit.
Oh, with feet like yours, you could wear them as shoes. The totes are...
Did he just absolutely roast her? He's just like, yeah, well, with feet like yours that are like the size of a hobbit village, you could probably wear them. With your giant ass feet, you could probably wear these.
What most
She just
of the
goes
books
quiet.
and magazines are delivered in, although
My
we
God.
get an occasional box or two.
Thanks, smart guy. Looks like they've got a light load. Delivery can range from 2 or 3,
Yep.
sometimes up to 30 totes. It's interesting to note that the blue shoes, totes, jerk,
30?
are sometimes the same color used by Kroger's Peyton warehouse. Betty and Willie need to be sure they keep TNG
30 doesn't even
totes
seem like a lot. I
separate.
thought they were going to
Look
say like
at those
100.
labels on the totes, Paula.
Those labels are letting Willie and Betty know if there are books or magazines
Is this supposed to
inside.
make us think
I
working
thought
there
it
is
was the
fun?
color of the tote.
Yes.
Let's check in with Willie to see how he's doing.
Hey, Paula, making sure I know who I'm working with at this store.
Hey, Paula, slowly becoming a zombie and hating my life. I really just want to go home, but I have to film this shit. I'm not even getting paid extra.
So it's true that check-in and check-out varies by store and by division?
That's right. In some stores, it'll be the receiver. In others, it'll be the drug GM. So that's why it's very important that you're supposed
The
to know
drug
who you're working
DM?
with in each store.
That's
The
great
drug
advice.
dungeon
Thanks, Willie.
master?
And on that note, make sure the drug GM or
Oh,
receiver knows that you are in the store and that he or she has checked in the books prior to you servicing them.
Look at what Betty is doing right
dr-
now.
the drug
She's
master.
making sure Kroger personnel runs the store DSD through the back door, which means the payment for this product is processed. The DSD is placed in the newsgroup folder or tote designated for paperwork for the driver to see on the next visit. It's an
Okay.
extremely important step.
Like Betty here, contestants
Extremely
must complete
important?
this
Dude, what happens if they
process
don't?
before they service the books.
Is
to
it like the
ensure
entire store is
TNG
messed up?
paid for this product. But the magazines don't need to be checked in, so you may want to start with them first.
They die,
like
just
Willie
die.
is doing here.
They're just
It
like, you
looks
didn't
like
put the
both
paper
Betty
in
and
here.
Willie are ready to place
Oh, no,
all of
they
the
just, like,
shipped
fade
product
away.
on the sales floor.
That's because there is no back stock in the Kroger program. See, even I know that one, Miss Smarty Britches. And the only exception would be
I hate this guy.
Book of the Month or Spotlight titles, which of course would be my best-selling book, Simon Growl, You Suck as a Merchandiser.
Like, he's
That
just trying to
sounds
be
like
Simon
such a
Cowell, but it's like
motivational book.
written by a
Stick it in your
13-year-old.
ear, dear.
Let's get these future merchandising idols to the next part of the competition, the displays.
Kroger has several types of displays that
That
vary
2004
by store and region.
PowerPoint transition.
Although all of the various displays are important sales opportunities, the key displays are the main line, featured towers, or
Also, the fact that like people had to come together and make this video, like there was a bunch of people in a boardroom, and they were just like, "We need like a fun, interactive way for the merchandisers to watch a video and learn about what they're gonna be doing." And they were like, we'll make it about Simon Growl and we'll hire some random ass dude. And then everybody's going to love it. They're going to love it. They're going to be like, I can't wait to go be a merchandiser.
Pockets, Book of the Month fixture, and checkouts. If it's your first time servicing, confirm with your supervisor which displays are in your store.
Additional displays may include the pill book display
Pill
or a
book.
whole health end cap in the pharmacy, the cookbook spinner, and a book and magazine wine rack. Some Mid-South and Mid-Atlantic
So
division
easy.
stores may have a Random House children's
cake
power
doc- dude, they had
panel
the cake
located
doctor.
near the diaper or baby aisle or an American Girl spinner. The majority of Kroger's Atlanta stores
Yo,
also
there's
have
a-
a
hold
Southern
on.
or an American Girl spinner.
They got Club Penguin. You see it right there? They got Club Penguin. There it is.
The majority of Kroger's Atlanta stores also have a Southern Living Power Wing located on the end of the aisle in various locations.
There's the most important cross-merchandising book rack for all stores. In Atlanta, this fixture is called
What?
the lobby table. For all other divisions, this is called the Book of the Month bestseller spinner. Select central stores have an additional
What?
front entrance table. This table has the Book of the Month and spotlight titles, media picks, and feature book titles.
Dude, remember when
It
people
can
used to
either be
buy books
located
at
near
the
front
grocery
entrance
store?
or the checkout area.
And finally, each Kroger store has magazines at the checkouts.
The number of pockets and
Yeah, it's
title
called something else in
selections
Atlanta.
will
Atlanta has
vary
strict
by
rules.
store. Some checkouts will have a pocket with a feature logo. Read your weekly Kroger newsletter for titles for this space. For more about checkout
I gotta read my
planograms
weekly
by
Kroger
division
newsletter.
and by store, go to the SMS Biz site.
Select media. Hold on. Select media.biz. This site cannot be reached. All right.
We're back at the main line with Betty and Willie. Let's see how things are going. Betty?
Well, you know, ever since I found my Kroger account newsletter and the book reorder forms, it's just been all downhill from there.
Great. Willie?
What?
You know, Betty, I get that newsletter too. It has the magazine and book information we need to service this entire store.
Thank you both.
Looks
Hey,
like
thanks,
Betty
guys.
and Willie have a little cleaning up to do. Better them than me.
Because you have a hair appointment at 9, right, Simon? Anyway, they're removing anything that gets in the way of completing their service.
Tart. They're starting to scan for out-of-date magazines.
I hate these.
Most
I hate
magazines
these people.
will have an end date on the cover or a sale month on the spine.
Looks like Betty
Wait,
is
this is-
unsure, so she's
Dude, this is 2010. This isn't even that long ago. I thought this was like 2002 or something.
looking at the invoice.
Willie's ahead of the game. He knows the new Entertainment Weekly magazine, so he's switching it out. However, as a weekly, this title should
Like,
be placed on the front.
I thought this was like 2000. I thought this was like early 2000s because they were like, oh, it's like Simon Growl and like all these people. So it's like, oh, American Idol probably just came out and that's why they're doing it. No, this is like 2010. What?
Shelf.
Look at the speed in which Willie is dropping the magazines on the main line.
He's got to make sure that they are placed on the display by category.
Magazines on the main.
Placed on the front shelf.
Look at the speed in which
Look
Willie
at the
is
speed
dropping
at Willie is putting these
magazines
magazines
on the
up.
main
You just
line.
don't see
He's got
stuff
to
like
make
this.
sure that they're placed on the display by
Our
category
Amazon
or
stat
topic.
tracker is
Like
showing
all
Willie going at a
magazines about me
3.4
are
second magazine
together,
drop
and
rate.
the one
It is
magazine
insane.
about you
The
is
speed
in
that
the
Willie is
back.
putting these magazines
In
back
your
up. You just
dreams,
don't see it.
Simon.
But Willie seems
just
to be
don't see it.
slacking. All magazines should be full-faced, no overlapping, and no space between titles.
Willie's moving too fast and careless. He should know that overlapping may be caused by not pulling returns, and that should be checked.
Now you're seeing he's got the speed, but just the accuracy. You know, he's got the arm strength to really get those magazines going, but he really does need to up his accuracy game. You've got magazines on their side. You've got magazines going the other way. You know, he does need a little bit of training. Maybe sitting behind a professional magazine stacker would help him get to the next level. You know, he may be a starter someday, but right now I think he's just second string.
First,
Willie needs to ensure there is no outdated product on the display. If it turns out he has a
Oh,
distribution
God, we got the green M&M in her boots. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. News stations everywhere in shambles.
issue, he should report it to customer service at the number on the screen.
now we're off to the registers.
Betty came through with flying colors on the main line, and it looks like she'll handle the registers the same way.
All
Damn,
of the
dude, look at her
magazines
go.
at the register fixtures are planogrammed, so filling the pockets should be easy for both of them. If they're short on copies, they should contact customer service.
Paula, looks like Betty's hit a snag. She's out of a checkout title just when she was doing so well.
She's not out yet, Simon. She's reviewing the publisher's substitute list, which contains other magazine choices available to fill a space paid for by a publisher. I believe her supervisor gave her a copy.
Betty's been very good.
Dude, look at this old-ass self-checkout machine. This is like one of the OGs. You know how they like show those old supercomputers from like back in the day and it's just like taking up the whole room? This is straight up like the OG self-checkout. This thing's got like 400 processors in it running at like 1.2 megahertz. Like this shit's pumping. Also, Snackerfice 17 months. Thank you, Snackerfice. So like
Checking all the details. She pays attention to the checkout lane priorities.
Tiger cheated in rehab? Are you kidding me, Tiger Woods? Are you kidding? All right.
Sequence at opening.
You're right, Simon. Most Kroger stores open the U-Scan registers first, so she's making sure those magazine pockets are full.
I've noticed that
yeah.
in my travels, there are certain regular checkout lanes that are more heavily shopped than others. Like Betty here, Willie should be packing out those checkout lanes while using copies more sparingly at the registers that are seldom open.
It's all about technique.
For once, Simon, sage advice. Let's see how the gang is doing. Willie?
Hold on. Can I just...
Is doing. Willie?
She's just like, let's see how the gang's doing. He's just like... You can really see the life being sucked out of his eyes.
I've moved all the magazines around at the checkout, in which I do every visit, ensuring that all the pockets have copies.
And you, Betty?
This is nothing new for me. This is basic merchandising. The only difference is that I make sure that the copies are pulled forward so that the divider does not show.
Why are there so many
You
rules
heard
about
it here
magazine
first,
shelf?
Simon. The competition's been stepped up a few notches.
Magazines
Both
used to
of
be
them
like a
need to
big
pay
thing,
close
right?
attention to other
Like, I remember when
displays
magazines
placed
were
in
pretty
front of
big.
the checkouts.
People buy 'em all the time.
Make sure they are at least 2 feet out from the checkout rack so the magazines are visible.
But even at that point, like, come on, just like put the magazines up. All right? Like, just put them up and then be like, hey, you know what? Just make sure they're clean. Like, that's just be like, hey, make sure they're not fucking all over the place, like what Willie was doing earlier, right? Just if they're like this, they're good.
Otherwise, they can have a negative effect on the register's magazine sales.
If this becomes a problem, report it to customer service.
Nobody's reported
Now
it.
it's time for the magazine return portion of the competition.
As you know, Simon, the magazines at Kroger are part of the Scan-Based Trading Program, or SBT. This
What
means
the
that
hell is
Kroger
that?
has only paid for the magazines that are scanned through their registers. In order to avoid shrink and for TNG to receive credit for the magazines that didn't sell, all unsold magazines need to be returned for proof of that non-sale.
What the hell did they just say? They bought... hold on. I don't know what they just said.
Magazines at Kroger are part of the Scan-Based Trading Program, or SBT.
Okay.
This means that Kroger has only paid for the magazines that are scanned through their registers. In order to avoid shrink and for TNG to receive credit for the magazines that didn't sell, all unsold magazines need to be returned for proof of that non-sale.
Betty and Willie
So
have taken all
They literally don't even buy the magazines. They only buy them once somebody else has bought them. And then if they don't sell them, they like send them back because they haven't bought them. What the shit is this? Like, this is insane.
old magazines off the shelves so they are no longer on sale.
That's
now
crazy.
We're taking the returns back to the drug GM area. You know, it's interesting that some Kroger divisions require that the merchandisers complete the return process and others do not.
They'll need to refer to individual Kroger division return procedures for more information.
The magazines must be placed in the magazine totes in their entirety. That means covers intact. They should seal the totes and leave them to be
Damn,
returned
nobody
to the
bought
warehouse
Younger
by
in
the
2010.
TNG delivery driver.
Nobody bought Easy
This
Crossword
is a nice
Express.
surprise. Willie is keeping the titles together so they can easily be counted by the warehouse staff when they're returned.
Now for the more
Very sad.
demanding part of our competition.
Oh
the
boy,
book
here we
service.
go. Book service.
This service will make or break both of our contestants.
Damn.
You know, Paula, you keep bringing up this Kroger newsletter. Why is it so bloody important?
The newsletter is considered to be the most important tool needed for servicing a Kroger store.
The
For book
most
service-
important tool? Out of every tool available, the newsletter is the most important tool? I have a hard time believing.
It explains what new books will arrive in the order and where they should be placed.
It
Yeah, I
looks
heard
like
Willie
has a
did struggle with the book
bestseller
service at the
reorder
Combine.
form. I take it it's included with the newsletter.
That's right, Simon.
We'll see
it
how he
also
does.
functions as the bestseller planogram.
Betty's jumped right in, servicing the Book of the Month fixture
Betty's rolling.
first.
This fixture includes some of the newest books on sale, such as the Book of the Month or Spotlight, as well as other featured titles.
That means my book will show up on that fixture. That's bloody wonderful.
Great, his head just keeps getting bigger. If you're watching Betty, she's displaying those titles on the national
that.
label
I hate that.
or on sale dates on that exact date.
If a merchandiser is not servicing the store on that date, he or she needs to make sure the drug GM is aware so that the store will set the titles out on the Book of the Month or BOM fixture.
Willie's taking the extra
BOM
effort to
fi-
follow
oh,
up.
the,
He'll confirm on his
thing in
next
the center
visit
of the
that
store.
all
By the
copies
way,
were
they definitely
displayed,
don't have this
and if
anymore in the
not,
store.
He'll place the remaining titles at that time.
I believe this is the only time product may
He'll be
left
subject to
in
mind
back
wiping.
stock.
New Book of the Month and bestseller signage also needs to be placed on the BOM fixtures.
One of the totes or a cardboard shipper will contain
Shipper.
any feature signage that needs to be set with these titles.
Merchandisers will receive 2 shelf talkers for each Book of the
Shelf
Month or
talkers?
Spotlight title that will have 30 or 40%.
I like how these they're making it sound crazy. It's literally just a folded up piece of paper that somebody printed out. They're just you'll be getting your shelf talker. It's it's literally just paper. It's like nothing.
discount pricing.
When setting these books, they need to place them with this signage on the proper fixtures.
These titles are paperbacks, hardbacks, or trade paper titles. Both Betty and Willie are placing them on both the bestseller display and BOM fixture.
Well, our contestants will have to be careful here, since Kroger
Oh,
is
boy.
required to sell a book at the price listed. TNG could be fined for any discount signage not removed by the scheduled expiration
Damn,
date,
dude.
and the book sells at the wrong price.
That's like
that
a
can be an expensive mistake.
that's a
Paula.
holding penalty
It
right there.
certainly can be. Here, Betty is
10-yard
referring to
penalty?
the weekly notes and looking at the shelf talker to determine when it should be removed. The notes let her know to remove the copies from the BOM fixture, refill the bestseller sections, and return leftovers.
Looks
Okay.
like Willie is moving ahead of Betty and
He's
is
got
ready
his
for the
Bluetooth.
next step, which is servicing the bestseller fixture. Some stores, like this one, may be on an end cap.
As you know, Simon,
Okay.
bestsellers are determined on a weekly basis and must be switched out accordingly. It
All
looks
right.
like the weekly notes have helped Willie determine the position of every title.
Damn, dude, Willie's
Merchandisers
he's
also
thriving right
get
now.
a bestseller card each month, but the weekly list rarely matches this card entirely due to the different title release dates.
After placing the
What?
hardback bestsellers
This is all done,
horizontally,
digitally now,
Willie
right?
places
There's no
the
way they
Kroger
use,
bestseller card back in position for
a
customers
shit ton
to
of these
see.
pieces
I've
of paper
noticed
now.
that most of the books
Although
will
maybe
stay
they
on the
do. I
rack
have no
2
idea.
to 3 months. It will be necessary for merchandisers to watch for low product and reorder.
Both Willie and Betty should have received new titles listed in their notes for the feature planogram. These are top-selling titles that
I love that they just put the sticker over her face.
did not make the bestseller list for the month.
Some of these titles will have higher sales than even the best sellers, so it's critical that both of them reordered their out-of-stock titles. Depending upon your store's hardback footage, you may notice other sections
matters.
such as inspirational, cookbook, family living, etc.
I can't
For
believe
more
they have that
information
such
about
a
these
giant
additional
ass video
sections,
about
merchandisers should ask
magazines
their
and books.
supervisor.
Willie is looking at the planogram title list. He's starting from the top of the planogram and working his way down. He knows that any titles not found on this list can be returned. Betty is
I
at the
hate the
next step,
stickers.
which is servicing the paperback sections. The planograms
Yeah, they'd always put
she's
some, like,
using
big-ass
are
stickers on
specific for
shit.
each store and based on footage, number of shelves, and pockets.
Where did Betty get her planograms?
Well, I believe she either contacted her supervisor for her store's individual planogram or she
Big play.
downloaded it from the SMS Biz site.
Huge
Here we
plays from
are in
Betty.
the paperback section, which begins with bestsellers in the first 4-foot section.
Unlike the hardback sellers, Betty and Willie are merchandising these titles vertically.
For our future merchandise,
Just notice Betty is left-handed. All right, looks like Betty is left-handed. That could be a huge, it could make a huge difference down the line.
there, be sure to reorder low or out-of-stock titles. And once the titles have moved off
Kroger
the
has
list,
been
at
looking
least
for
one
powerful
facing of
left-handed
each
merchants.
title should be moved to the bottom of the rack into the previous bestseller section.
Competition is
This would
getting
be
tight.
soul-crushing
Both
to watch
Willie
on
and
your
Betty
first
are
day.
moving into the second 4-foot section of paperbacks, which are new releases.
This section includes rising stars, like moi, impact, opportunity, and hot
Okay.
titles. Again, like me.
Aha, right. Smaller stores may also have series romance in this section. The new release titles change out each month. The third 4-foot section
Jesus
will be
Christ.
feature authors. Stores will receive 3 to 4 titles by the same author that should be merchandised together.
That brings
The
us
hell are
to the
those book
children's section, Paula.
covers?
Again,
Those look
Willie
terrible.
and Betty are running neck and neck, placing new children's titles. Looks
Oh,
like
neck
Betty
and neck.
is merchandising a wide variety of formats, such as
Dude, how
little
long
golden
is this
books
video? Okay, we're in
and
the final
coloring
couple
and
minutes. This is
activity
it.
books.
We're hitting
If
the
she
end.
had received a monthly pre-pack for the children's section, she
Oh.
also would need to refer
Oh,
to
she
the
saved it.
children's POG to reorder. That's
Yes,
something
dude.
everyone should
Her pog?
do, to refer to the children's POG to reorder. That's something everyone should do.
Looks like Willie's
Pog.
going back to make sure he serviced all cross-merchandising racks.
Like Willie, merchandisers should check these racks each visit, even if they don't receive new product. They should make sure all pockets are full and place reorders as needed.
Okay.
If a merchandiser needs to reorder, a reorder form for all items should be faxed or
Remember
emailed
Alf? He's
to
back
the correct
in
servicing
POG
book
form.
location. Contact your supervisor for this information.
Like all retail stores, Kroger stores participate in various promotions throughout the year. That
Best
means
of
that
2009
merchandisers will
right there.
receive product that should be placed in the corrugation provided.
And if the store refuses to put it up, Paula,
Merchandisers
Call
should report
customer
all
service.
display refusals
Make
to
sure
customer
they got
service
those
immediately.
displays
If for
correct.
some reason you do not receive corrugation, contact your supervisors so that they can either help locate or replace the display. Hold the product in back stock until the issue has been
I feel like you
resolved.
could learn
Do
this
not
in
place
like
it on
no
the
time
main
at all
line. If
by
you
just
do this, the main line will not
doing
be
it
compliant.
and like listening
Read
to the
weekly
people that
newsletter
like
for a
actually
list of
teach
all
you how to
current
do it. There, like
displays and
you don't need
return
this big ass
any
video
not
with
listed.
cringy humor.
once again, Betty and Willie are visiting and straightening and will place reorders for all sections of the store. It's going to be close, Paula.
It sure is, Simon. If at any time a
Also,
display
$5
or
dinner
fixture
mom. How
which
many
belongs
books
in a
out there
Kroger
are just
store is
like
missing
cheap,
or damaged,
fast
make
meals?
note
Like
of
there's
it
so
and
many cheap,
contact your
fast meals
supervisor. Now
that they've
that
got to
all
like
of the
run out
books
of
have been
ideas at
taken
this
off the
point, or they're
shelves and are
reusing
no longer
ideas.
on sale, our marvelous merchandisers are placing them in their entirety. Again, don't rip off the covers, in the book totes or shopping carts depending upon the drug GM's preference. Check the SMS Biz site for additional info regarding
doesn't
each
exist anymore. I
division's
can't even check
return
it.
procedures.
Betty added her final touch already by wiping down all
Dude,
of
he's
the fixtures
fucking dusting it.
serviced
He's got
by
one of those feather
SMS
dusters.
as she filled them. Willie waited until the end.
There's no way
Now
that does
he has to
anything.
run back and clean. This is going to count against him. While Willie is
What?
wiping, Betty has moved onto the checkout.
It's counting against him. He's like cleaning everything, and they're like, oh, minus points for that.
She's calling from the store phone to log out of the IVR, and it looks like she's completing the required survey.
The competition is done, and the
Dude, this guy back here. First off, he's got a crazy beard. All right, look at him. He's just like, what the shit is happening?
is done, and the contestants are waiting for the final
He's just
judgment.
there to buy his
Who's
shit.
going to be America's not-so-idle merchandiser?
Well, it was a close contest, but Willie made a few mistakes with his organization and cleanliness, so I'm going to vote no. Simon?
Paula, for once I'm going to agree with you. Willie started out strong, but forgot the details, which you can never do. As
Can't
an
miss out on those
SMS
details.
merchandiser. Betty, on the other hand, was pitch perfect. So it's yes for Betty and no for Willie.
Congratulations, Betty. And Willie, good luck next year.
Well, this is Bob the announcer, and you've just watched another competition
You've
of
done it.
America's not so
You've
idle
won
merchandising.
absolutely
Good
nothing.
night, everyone.
Please complete an online assessment to determine how well you understood and remembered what you just watched. Please go back to the SMS business website and click on the merchandiser assessment tool. Oh no. Well, I think we'd fail. Let's see, what do we got here? Rocket to the stars, Hardee's. All right, I'm ready to rocket to the stars. Are we watching a training video? Okay.
What can I say? I like my job.
He loves his job. Wow.
Look what they're doing here at Hardee's. The best burgers anywhere. Look what's cooking here at Hardee's. Something new in our own backyard. It's wow, ain't no doubt about it. It's a rocket we can take to the stars. Our food is the main attraction. Spotlights.
Again, can you imagine you sit down, you've just been hired at Hardee's, you're like, I'm glad I get to work, I guess I need money, and then you gotta watch this. You just have to sit here and watch it be like, yeah, you're gonna work at Hardee's.
On the boulevard. Roll film. Lights, camera, action. Here at Hardee's, the food's the star.
Star Hardee's, where the food is the star. It's a great slogan, and it fits. It should be the star, because now we make the best burgers in the business. They're juicy and hot. Oh, the buns are real soft, and the sauce they put on them. I gotta tell you, when I first heard about the changes, I was like, I don't know. I've seen a lot of things come and go around here. I really wondered if this was going to be any different. But you know what? It
Changes?
is. I saw it with my own eyes. They weren't changing.
I don't trust that man. That's a guy that I do not trust. That's just like the blanks. The blank, he's already dead inside. He's definitely drunk or high already. I mean, if we just watched him go through that entire morning routine, there's no way he's sober doing all that. And now he's just like, the changes. With our new soft buns.
For nothing. There was a real plan at work here.
But hey, all this didn't happen overnight. It took a while to get from here to here.
What? Okay, rewind. So,
It took a while to get from here
from here
to here.
to here, it's literally the same. It's the exact same store. Okay, nothing is different except you changed the sign. The sign is different, and then you zoomed out like 800%. You're like, it took a while to get from here to here. It's like nothing happened. It's just a little bit of paint and a new logo, and then you just went like.
There are a number of things that each restaurant goes through on its way to becoming a Star Hardee's.
Each one by itself may not seem like a big deal, but add them all up and you have got a great new hamburger
Okay.
and a terrific place to work.
First, you install this 5-zone patty pan for keeping the patties hot, juicy, and sizzling, and this bun staging system that gives you a hot.
This does not make me want to work and or eat at Hardee's at all. Just this old man picking up buns and being like, the bun system. I love the buns.
Fresh bun. We build
Fresh
the burger in a
buns.
different way. The meat goes on top. That way, the juices from the meat stay on your burger, not on the bun. We also added some extra wrapping around the burger. You know, all that juice. Of course, you're
All
going to want
that
everyone to know that
juice.
you're making burgers in a different and exciting way. So you can hang these colorful advertising materials all over your store.
Hi, welcome to Hardee's.
And the main message we're trying to get across is that above all else, we want to make our guests happy. Our new guest service goes a long way toward making that happen every time they walk in the door. Like the self-serve beverage bar we installed. Now our guests can fix their drink exactly the way they want it.
I like how that's just like, that's literally just everywhere now. So, but they're just like, dude, unbelievable. I've been to Hardee's twice, both when I was younger, and it was just whatever.
Then they go sit down in the dining room. And just about the time they sit down, we bring the food
Oh.
to them.
Two, please. Yes, all these exciting changes are happening in a fairly quiet way. But think of them as the countdown to a rocket launch, getting you ready for the time when the whole restaurant, inside and out, will be transformed into a lean, mean star machine. Star Hardy.
When that happens,
Okay.
major renovation. Your charbroiler goes in and your restaurant gets a massive makeover.
Talk about wow. The changes made the food
Wow.
better. It made the whole process work better. Heck, it made us better.
Star Hardee's. The food really is the star. But those
Really
of us who
is
work
the
here,
star.
we shine too.
Oh boy.
Sit down and get the star treatment. You'll be happy, we'll be sure that you are. Great food, a nice place to eat it. Table service and a beverage bar. Lift off, can't you feel the power?
I wonder how much they paid a band to make this song. Like, is it just like $50? Did they do it for free? Like, did they get some people at work at Hardee's and they're like, listen, we'll give you like 2 days paid vacation time if you just make this song. And they're like, sick, dude. Also, yeah, the manager does kind of look like Bobby Kotick.
Ain't a saying how far. Hold tight, we're counting down the hour. In a rocket we can accept 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing time, temperature is rising. Moonbeams carried home in a jar. It's wow.
Wow.
No doubt about it. Here at Hardee's,
It is
we're the-
indeed wow.
Here at Hardee's, we're the- here at Hardee's, the food is the star.
Okay.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, wow.
They really love this song. When are we gonna like learn? Okay.
This is the #1 focus of this organization.
What?
For franchisees, company, everyone
Huh?
involved. It has to be because this is what's going to take us into the future.
And we need to make sure our
Why?
people-
Why was that guy talking into like? They like took his microphone. They're like, all right, yeah, you're mic'd up, dude. And they just like put it into a glass and then just like put it on a floor across the room. He's just like, all we like at Hardee's is that the Hardee's really is the best burgers around. And then they go to the next guy. They go to Billy Batty or whatever shit. And he's just like, normal.
part of that, and they really understand where it is we're going. That with each piece that comes in, it's like building a puzzle.
We're not changing a restaurant from a Blue Hardee's to a Star Hardee's overnight. What we're doing is a gradual change of our concept, so we're not overwhelming our people.
I think the Red Hardee's concept is a way to bridge the gap between the current Hardee's restaurants and the new Star concept. It's a way that we can use the same
Nobody
paper
cares.
products and project the same image and get the two menus between Hardee's and Star Hardee's very close together.
I like how they just assume that people that work there care. Like, they're like, we really need to make this video so they can see, when like nobody cares. And then they're just like, what we determined was that the ROI of the Hardee's was detrimental based on the old branding, so we recalculated the branding to really display our interest in fast food hamburgers, and spiced it up to a interesting. There's just like, this is a training video. This isn't even a shareholder video. Like, shareholders don't watch this. This is literally for like people working at Hardee's.
Together.
I guess the importance of the new campaign, the Red Hardee's as we call it, is that the food's handled right, and that basically we get the new culture, or the starting of a new culture, in our employees' minds. So that when we're putting in these new products, it's not just another new product of the month.
Yeah, maybe it's franchise
Well, I think
owners.
it's important that we get the operations of the Red Hardee's as close.
Even then, if I was a franchise owner and they showed me a video of some kid like shining his teeth with his hands, then being like, "Oh boy, time to go to Hardee's," I'd be like, I'm selling my franchise, going to somewhere else.
To the Star Hardee's as possible. That allows us to make the operational changes a lot easier when you do convert.
I've been a member of the best practices.
That's a six head right there.
Since it was formed, to really look at overall operations, from procedures to products, to try to get consistent. For so many years, we've had so many different procedures, different operators doing their thing, that if we were ever going to get consistent and move this chain forward, we had to get a group together to do it.
Anything is better than load and loaf, and we have a lot of people that like to do that.
When we first
It's
rolled
the worst
program
mic
out,
again.
We wondered why we're going through this new change, why we have to have a bun steamer, why we have to have a 5 patty pan burger setup. But once going
People are wondering, why do we need the burger steamer? Why do we need the 5-pan patty setup? But now they know.
that training with Hardee's and with our FSC and with our training department, we realized
The synchronized slide.
We're doing what we're doing here.
A large part of that is simple to order. I think it allows you to serve a hotter burger. You certainly can deliver faster service because the patties are ready, the bun is ready.
Yeah, no gloves.
It allows you to serve a fresher product because you're not putting it in the transfer cabinet and holding it for a long period of time.
Who needs gloves?
And it's so critical that you have the food be the star. And so our whole issue is that
I thought it was called Carl's Jr. I believe it's called both. I believe it's both of those.
to deliver that hot, fresh, quality product every time.
Well, you've got to do it right. We have stressed to our people that we've got to deliver on
Yeah,
this
West
promise.
Coast is Carl's
We have
Jr.,
great
East Coast is
burgers,
Hardee's.
Going with our great breakfast, and by delivering on this promise, we're going to be better. And we feel very encouraged about where we're going.
The new products, the Famous Star, the Superstar, and the All Star are important because for the first time we're tying our burgers into an icon. And we're tying our burgers into our overall image.
An icon?
That's the first time that's ever happened before.
$2.99.
And so when people think of Hardee's, and they'll naturally think of the Star and the All-Star burgers, and we'll all be tied in together.
I have committed our company, I have challenged all our operation personnel that we will have the 5-pan patty holding system in.
It sounds like he's struggling so hard to get this out. Hold on. He's just like, I have committed. I have given everything I have to get the 5-pan patty burger patty system going.
Tied in together.
I have committed our company, I have challenged all our operation personnel that we will have the 5-pan patty holding system in. We will have the
You can't even say it.
The 5-pan patty holding system in.
5-pan
We will have the bun staging
patty.
system in. We will be collar wrapping correctly when the STAR campaign starts, because we have got to, if we're ever going to start moving forward, this is the first step. This is the easy step to do now for everybody to get it in place by May. It's the only way we're going to move this chain forward, and we're committed to doing that.
This guy seems like he's a little too into Hardee's. He's like, I have challenged everybody I know. You know he's just like a dick. Well, that was it. It ended with him and the 5-patty system. Wow. I genuinely don't know who that was for. I guess it's the franchise owners. Like I don't know. Yo, Kmart respects the workplace. Okay.
All you have to do is look around you to know that Kmart is a truly diverse organization. Kmart associates come from all walks of life. Take a look at the following
What
situation.
the shit? Did they just mind wash me? Dude, did I straight up just like getting Kmart mind? Like, am I just like, I am Kmart employee?
See if you can tell what behavior is considered inappropriate.
I think it sounds like a great plan, Greg.
Yes, I am quite impressed. Your company has really gotten aggressive about wanting our business. I like that. As soon as we finalize the terms, I think we've got a deal. Everyone agree?
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Greg.
Okay.
Yep.
Jennifer, if you've got a minute, I'd like to go over the paperwork.
Uh-oh.
Oh, sure. What's up?
Uh-oh.
So, you think it was a good plan?
Yeah, as I said, I was quite impressed.
Good. I was hoping you would be.
I think we all were.
Well, I mean you in particular.
What do you mean?
Well, you don't think I'd offer that kind of plan for anybody, do you? You're special, Jen.
Oh, really?
And you know what else? I think we should start talking about putting a plan together just for the two of us. If you know what
I think we should go on vacation together. Just me and you. You know, talk about business. You know, get a couple drinks. Sit by the beach. Kmart.
I mean.
Thank you for shopping at Kmart. You have a nice day now.
Thank you.
Hey, what's happening, baby?
Hello? Is there something I can help you with?
Can you help me? You have no idea. Say, you got any plans after work? How about you and me having a couple of drinks over there?
Okay, this one's gonna get crazy because this guy doesn't even work at Kmart. He's just like a random stranger that's just like wandered into Kmart, and he's just like, yo, what if I hit on the cashiers?
Rendezvous Club.
Look, if you have something to purchase, I'll be happy to ring it up for you. Otherwise, I've told you, I'm not interested. I'm sorry.
Dude, he's back again? She said, I told you? This is like his second, he's a multiple time visitor? This is getting weird.
Sorry, please, just leave me alone.
Sure. I'll take this bag of chips. And I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Tanya, is everything all right? I don't know. That customer's really creeping me out. He's been hanging around for a while, asking me out and everything. I keep telling him I'm not interested, but he just keeps coming back. I'm starting to get.
He's a classic tier 3 subscriber in any girl's stream. They're just like, please stop giving me money. I don't like you. I don't want to see you. And they're just like, yeah, they keep saying that, but.
Nervous.
What a babe. They're all mighty fine.
I gotta replay it.
What a babe. They're all mighty fine. Wouldn't mind taking her home tonight. In your dreams, bud.
They're all mighty
Hey,
fun.
look. There's that cute little Polly.
Dude, I can't believe they got like actual footage from Blizzard headquarters from back in the early 2000s.
Hey, boy. He's real sweet, don't you think? Watch this. Hey, Paul. Hey, pretty boy, come here.
What? Whoa, with the attitude, huh?
We're just checking out the latest swimsuit edition. Thought you might want to take a peek.
No, thank you. Oh, I almost forgot. Paulie doesn't like girls. He likes boys.
Oh, God, I'm
What
doing
kind of boys
it.
do you like? Little ones like Stevie here, or big boys like me and Earl?
Did he just like burn all of them? He's just like, who do you like? Fucking this loser or like losers like us? Like what?
Check this out.
Oh,
I think he literally has burned all of them, including himself. Oh, God. They got fucking Bilbo Baggins coming in from the back.
Walt, just what I don't need today.
Oh, what a great way to start the day with two of the prettiest girls in the world.
Morning, Walt.
How are my two best girls doing?
Fine, just fine.
Wonderful. You know, it does an old man's heart good just to be working around such pretty young things all day. Keeps the juices.
Keeps the juices. Really keeps the juices.
Flowing, if you know what I mean.
Yes, Walt, we know.
Well, then you two have a great day and don't work too hard.
I cannot stand that guy.
Come on, he is just a harmless old man.
Well, I think he's a dirty old man. I don't like the way he's always touching, hugging me, calling me his best girl. It's just right.
Have you ever found yourself in one of these situations? Report it. If you are involved in an incident of harassment or discrimination, report. That's how you See what ad the associates have decided to take.
The AI is going to take all those people out. Reported.
Still can't believe the great deal we got from Greg. His company must be very interested in our business.
Yeah, he certainly was willing to jump through hoops. Don't you think so, Jen?
Yeah, right. But our business wasn't the only thing he was interested in.
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing. Just forget it.
Come on. Something's up. Let's have it.
Well, remember when I said that I was impressed with the proposal? Well, later, Greg made a very big deal about how he'd done it to impress me, and that no one else would have gotten such a great deal.
What else did he say?
Well, he then suggested that maybe even a better deal might become available, one involving just the two of us. He was way out of line.
Totally. You need to report this.
Yeah, right, and lose the deal?
Forget the deal. The guy's out of line, and we don't need to do business with people like that.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, do you got a minute?
Sure, Ange. What's up?
Something's come up I'm not quite sure how to deal with. We may have a problem with a customer.
Really? What's the problem?
Well, this guy's been hanging out at Tanya's checkout counter. He's been asking her out, making advances towards her.
Dude, there's a part of me was waiting for like her to go up to the manager, and it's just Walt. It's that like old man. He's like, there's this guy that like keeps hitting on everybody, and he's just like, what are you gonna do?
She's told him several times she's not interested, but he doesn't listen. She's getting kind of nervous about it.
Does she know the customer?
No, I don't think so. I don't recognize him either.
Has he been here recently?
Yeah, he was just here this morning. I saw that she was really upset, so I went over to her to see what was wrong. That's when she told me that he's been coming in for a while.
All right. Thanks for bringing it to my attention. Now, if something like this happens again, have her turn the light on to signal you or one of the other supervisors. Send her on break and have me paged, okay?
Fantastic. That is taking care of the situation completely. What the hell is this?
Hey, Paul. What are you doing in here?
Nothing. I need to get back to work.
This just plays, dude, this plays out like just a shitty daytime soap opera. Like, look at this. This just feels like a soap opera. From like 1998.
Hey, Paul. What are you doing in here?
Nothing. I need to get back to work.
No, wait. What's going on? Is everything at home okay?
Everything at home is fine. It's here. I think I'm just gonna quit.
What are you talking about?
What?
You can't quit. You're one of our best employees.
I can't take it anymore. I mean, some of these guys, they're awful. The stuff they say, it's mean and degrading. I've had enough.
Damn, dude.
Oh, you know, Brenda.
Okay, fine. Look, we'll go to HR right now. I'm not going to lose a good employee because of a couple of jerks.
It's getting real.
You know, I'm sure Walt.
You
thinks
can't
anything
quit.
about
We
it.
need you here.
The point. I don't like it.
So then just tell him to stop.
I have. He doesn't get it.
All right, then take it to management and let Mr. Edwards handle it. I'll even go down there with you if you want me to.
I don't know. I don't want to hurt Walt's feelings or get him in trouble. He's probably a nice person. I just want him to stop acting this way.
She's just like, I want him to stop acting this way. And then the other girl's just like, realistic interactions.
Reporting an incident of harassment or discrimination when it happens, and embracing the things that make each of us unique is how we can help Kmart be a great place to work for all associates.
Yeah.
Shit my pants. Shit my pants, you're kidding. You hear that? I can ship my pants for free.
Wow. I just may ship my pants.
Yeah, ship your pants. Billy, you can ship your pants too.
I can't wait to ship my pants, Dad.
I just shipped my pants, and it's very convenient.
Very convenient.
Dude, I think I remember this commercial.
I just shipped my nightie.
I just shipped my bed.
Wait to ship my pants, Dad.
And it's this diversity that makes Kmart such a great place to work and shop.
All right. Man, I wonder why Kmart went out of business. Really can't pinpoint it. Could it be the sexual harassment, the shipping their pants, the there's just so many things you just can't figure out. Let's see. We've got ourselves Waffle. Okay, we got Waffle House. Everybody, buckle up. Man, they really have like a 1 minute long. The Door Corpse. What's that even mean?
Hello and welcome to Waffle House.
Hello.
And welcome to the position we call the door core. If you're energetic, a team player who possesses that ability to think on your feet, in all your life, people have always said that you're the friendliest person they've ever met and that you really know how to make people feel at home, then you're our kind of person. Just the kind of person we need meeting and greeting at our front door.
If you're somebody that's full of life, happiness, and energy, we really need you to come here so that we can drain it all from you.
Being a team member in a door corps is more than just a smile and a quick hello. As you'll see in this video, you have to be a juggler, a smooth talker, an Olympic sprinter, and an entertainer, all without moving more than 6 feet away.
Dude, they want you to be like the LeBron James of Waffle House. You need to be an Olympic sprinter. You need to be a weightlifter. You need to pass our extensive tests that will make you go through. You need to be one of the greatest human beings of all time.
Away from your post, the door. It's not always easy, but if you're the kind of person we think you are, then you're in for the ride of your life. So where do we begin? The first impression is always a great place to start.
Okay.
I think a professional appearance is vital at the door. I'm talking about neat, clean, well-groomed, enthusiastic, great attitude. After all, I am the first impression of Waffle House a customer gets. The door core uniform for females is dark slacks or a skirt, nothing tight, and never jeans. A white long-sleeve button-down Oxford shirt, a Waffle House ascot, and a name tag. Now the male uniform is dark slacks, a white long-sleeve button-down Oxford shirt,
It's like how he's just like,
and a name tag. Now your shoes should be comfortable black leather closed-toe with rubber soles.
I have to, dude, look at that posture.
Shirt, Waffle House tie, and a name tag. Now your shoes should be comfortable black leather closed-toe with rubber soles. You know, so that you don't slip. Oh, and go easy on the cologne, your makeup, and jewelry. Now that goes for you guys, too. The cologne and the jewelry, I mean. Oh, and the most important thing, don't forget to smile.
The door core uniform is one of the first impressions of Waffle House.
Keep smiling.
Gets, so it's very important.
Always
your
smile.
Your skirt should preferably be black, and your complete uniform should be clean and pressed at all times. But I must stress again what Marlo said is true. The most important part of any door core uniform is your smile. It's that warm, friendly facial expression coupled with that friendly hello and goodbye that make customers feel welcome and glad they chose our restaurant.
Hello, welcome to Waffle House. Hi. How are y'all doing today?
Fine, thank you.
Good, good. It'll be just a minute before your table's ready. So why don't you help yourself to a cup of coffee over at the coffee bar?
Thank you.
Somebody told me when I first started to think of Waffle House like I would my home. That helped a lot because I pride myself on being a good host. I love company, and I wouldn't dream of friends dropping in, even for a few minutes, without having them sit a bit, offering them something to drink, and something good to eat.
Wow, what a guy.
Excuse me, here comes another customer. Hello, welcome to Waffle House. It'll be just a minute before your table's ready.
Dude, the mullet. Look at that mullet. That's powerful mullet action right there.
Coffee? Help yourself over at the coffee bar.
Thank you.
It is your job not only to open the door and greet the customer with a smile, but to assure them of a very short wait and to make them feel as comfortable as possible. Offer them a cup of coffee, but be careful. Never be lured away from your post, that front door. Because
Dude, he acts like we're out in the fucking, like the wild, like in the war. Just like, do not be lured away from your post. All right, you can step away from a little bit. You know, you got to redirect, but do not leave that post. If you leave that post, all hell will break loose. We may get attacked. All right, in the middle of the night. We just don't know.
Because of the unique way that Waffle Houses are designed, it's only natural that sometimes we have more customers.
And knowing
than we have
Waffle
room
House,
or
they
time
might.
space for. But again, because of the way we're designed, the average table turns every 15 to 21 minutes. And that's when a member of the Door Corps really shines. It's your job to convince each and every customer that it's a short wait, maybe just a cup of coffee away. And you have to note their names and place
Lie
in
to 'em.
line and speed up the whole process by having them know what item on the menu they want by the time they're seated. And you always have to keep your eye on that door. No matter how many customers we have, we don't want any getting away. Now, I can't stress this.
We don't want any customers getting away. We have nets installed. If they try to leave, we'll actually just shoot them with our nets to make sure they don't leave. They will be locking the doors. You will not be escaping Waffle House.
This enough. Our business and your paycheck depend on turning those tables. Get the customers in the door, point them to that waiting coffee, get their names, along with a brief description so you'll recognize them when it's their
Excuse me, sir. What if the coffee bar is full?
turn, and write it on your Door Corps checklist. Take the time to let them know what a short wait it will be, and get a menu in their hand so they can start looking over it, and they'll know what they want to eat before they're seated.
All
There
right.
was this one time when our store was getting really busy, and there I was saying my hellos, offering coffee, waiting chairs, passing out menus, and doing my best to make people feel comfortable. Well, anyway, I was getting another pot of coffee for the coffee bar, and I looked up and saw these three people peek in, then walk back to the parking lot. Well, before I even thought about it, I put that coffee on the hot plate and rushed to the door.
Excuse me. You all didn't think I was going to let you leave without getting a cup of coffee now, did you? Now, by the time you get in your car, go somewhere else, you could be sitting at one of our tables ordering what you came here to get in the first place.
Well, they looked at me like I was crazy. Then they
All right.
busted out laughing and came on inside. You know, that's my day as a Door Corps.
Then we
But
shot him
I'm
with the
really
net.
best.
Now, I've told you that we never let a customer get away, but there are some things that we never do. We never go into the parking lot after a customer, no matter what. Now, you can do like Marlo did. Open the door and kindly ask the customer to come back in. But again, never...
He just said don't go in the parking lot. But you can, like, kind of go into the parking lot. Like, you can go, like, a little bit into the parking lot, but not, like, full-on parking lot. Okay? You don't want to do that. But, like...
go into the parking lot.
You can shoot out their tires. Like, that's allowed.
To stay before they start heading out that door. Stay inside. Also, we never go behind the counter, no matter how busy or how slow things may be. And finally, we never close the blinds on third shift, even if we're really crowded, for safety reasons.
It was my first shift on the Door Corps, and I had just sent a party of 4 to the last empty booth.
Okay.
When 2 more cars pulled into the parking lot. It looked like we were about to get busy. So I grabbed a quick look at the coffee bar to make sure both pots were full and there were plenty of cups. And I pulled out my little checklist notepad to write the name and number of people in each party so I could seat them in the order they came in.
All right.
My manager suggested writing a brief description like red tie or green shirt next to the name to help me remember each customer.
Make sure we
So I
remember
looked
what
at the
they
first
look like.
customer, and he was,
so they
well,
don't escape.
rather short. And I almost wrote that down. But then I remembered that sometimes when I'm waiting in a restaurant, instead of asking how long before I'm served, I just peek over a shoulder. So I figured most people are probably a lot like me, and the last thing I'd want that man to see was a description that might hurt his feelings. And that's really helped me keep my descriptions limited to clothes. And to this day,
They just look over the shoulder like, hey, what do we got here? It just says, like, short, fat, ugly, bald man. We've got the table for short, fat, ugly, bald man. Short, fat, ugly, bald man. Party of 4? Right this way.
a name or my seating order wrong.
Keeping an accurate list is really important. It keeps you from seating parties out of turn and assures the customer that you're organized.
Yes.
We want to always seat customers on a first-in, first-seated basis. And that tip about limiting descriptions of customers to their clothes, it's a good one. Don't just write down ugly tie. And oh,
2 people
another
step
fact,
up.
at Waffle House,
Excuse me, we said
don't
party of
call
4?
numbers. Now serving number 12.
They're not
use
sitting
a big
down.
bulky reservation pad. Instead, we review the description, identify the customer, and then call them by name. It's much more personal. Careful.
Gotta be
always
personal.
Use the checklist, however. Even though you can probably remember their name, it's important that a customer see you with the pad. It makes them feel like you're in control and helps them feel more sure that they won't be out of line. There'll be times when every customer's been greeted and seated and no new
I don't know if
customers
that's
appear to
true.
be arriving. But there's still plenty of things for a member of the door corps to do without straying too far from that front door.
Okay, like what?
You know, I like to stay busy, so I don't mind stepping in and helping the service team. When I've made sure that all customers are happy, I'll wipe down a table and seat that needs it, or maybe even get a table ready for bussing. You know, you stack the dishes and then push them towards the salesperson so they can get at them easier. Now, if a high chair's dirty, I pass the tray to the salesperson to clean while I wipe down the rest of the chair.
Great thinking.
Helping each other helps keep everybody happy. Plus, it gives us the opportunity to serve more customers.
Wow, that's true.
Now, there are a few key things to know about the door corps.
That
The
guy's
first,
so
of course,
smart.
is
That's
to
why he's
always
old.
Take care of that door. The second is to never go behind the counter, not for anything. Now, I know it's tempting when your teammates are busy and you need something. You hate to bother them. Or maybe you think you should pitch in and help them with dishes. Don't. If you're behind the counter when people walk in,
Don't.
you could lose customers. And lost customers results in lost tips for your friends.
Don't.
Keep busy by talking to waiting customers, cleaning the glass, or surfacing the coffee bar. Your coffee bar should have a small table or condiment stand, a small trash can with changeable liner,
Okay.
an electric hot plate, preferably
Okay.
two-eyed. Make sure that the coffee's always
Gotta have the
fresh.
coffee.
You should get a fresh pot from a salesperson every 20 minutes. Only have one pot of coffee on the bar if we don't have a crowd. It saves coffee and that saves money. You're also responsible
Money.
for making sure there's enough creamer, sugar, and sweet and low, that there's some kind of basket or cup to hold the sweet and low, plenty of spoons, along with two 16-ounce glasses, one for clean spoons, the other for the dirty ones, Waffle House napkins, coffee cups, a minimum of 10 menus.
What the? Dude, this shit's
glass
loaded.
cleaner and newspaper, and a door corps
Just like
checklist
throwing
with a
shit
sharp
on it.
pencil or pen.
You can't even fit everything on there.
That are your responsibility. As I mentioned earlier, make time to talk to waiting customers. Look for something of interest, maybe something you might have in common, and then talk about it. If possible, let them know in line where they are.
Make sure to
Let you know
have
that you're
normal
really on
human
top of
interaction.
Plus,
People
it makes
like
the
human
time go by
interaction,
quicker.
especially when it's normal.
Seems like I'm always cleaning the glass. Then in walks a customer. And when I finally get back to it, Smudge City. Of course, it's all part of the job.
Dude, Smudge
It didn't
City.
take me long to
Classic.
realize that if I stayed on top of it, gave them a good quick swipe with a spray cleaner and newspaper I keep at my station, those windows never stop sparkling. And it takes me no time at all. And it makes sense, too.
I can still
Our
see
doors and windows
smudges.
make an impression, just like I make one when I say hello and goodbye to all our customers.
Hello.
I know that old joke about, I don't do windows, but here at Waffle House, we
Thank
do.
you, Adam Bomb. 54 months. Can I get a fork? Can I get my forklift certification? You can.
And the windows, the door glass, the anodized aluminum trim, keeping all that clean and shiny gives a positive first impression. And if you stay on top of it, it really takes no time at all.
Thank you, Adam Bomb.
So when you think about it, I am responsible for the first and last impression people have of the Waffle House. When you look at it like that, it makes it easy to keep my area clean. It only takes a minute to walk into the entranceway and pick up a piece of paper, or ask for another pot of coffee, or clean cups for the coffee bar when I see we're running low. And even though I
Wow,
can't
this
leave
guy
my duties
really
at
is
the door
keeping
long
Waffle
enough to
House
clean
running.
It is my responsibility to let the manager know when the bathrooms are dirty, need to be stocked with toilet paper, soap, paper towels, or even when a light is burned out.
Well, you've just heard about more of your responsibilities. You police your area for trash or dropped items. You mop up any and all spills immediately. You already know about the coffee bar. And you watch over the bathroom. However, never take the time to clean or restock it yourself. Tell the manager and he'll assign someone to do it. And don't feel
Okay.
guilty. It's your responsibility to stay at the door. We can't afford to have you away.
Making that Waffle House a
Now, being
Waffle
a member
Ho.
of door corps is a major responsibility.
Dude, I'm
It's
surprised they
nothing
haven't
you
said
can't
that
handle.
in this
Just
thing.
remember a few points. Always open the front door and welcome each customer with a smile and friendly greeting. If there's a wait, assure the customer there will be a short one and offer a beverage and a chair.
We learned this already.
Write each waiting customer's name and a brief description down so you'll be able to call them by name.
Is he, like,
and seat them
summarizing?
on a first in, first seated basis. Give each waiting customer a menu and offer suggestions. Talk to your customers. It makes their wait seem shorter. Make sure the coffee bar is stocked and your area is clean. Help bust tables when possible. Clean glass and mirrors.
Oh, yeah, that's the
Check
final
bathrooms when
paragraph.
time allows. Close window blinds if it becomes crowded so that people wouldn't come in if they thought it would be crowded. At all other times, especially third shift,
Make people
keep blinds
realize it's
open
not
so Waffle
crowded,
House
even
always
though it
looks warm
is.
and inviting and friendly. Remember, never close blinds on third shift. Leave them open for safety reasons. And don't forget, your main job is to take care of that door. Well, now that you got that down pat,
Take
there
care
might
of
be a
that
time when
door.
We project so much business that we have to have a two-door core team.
Two-door
The
core.
primary responsibility of the second door core is to speed up the process by actually taking orders while the customers are waiting to be seated. And because this second person is writing guest checks, he or she must be a trained salesperson. Here's what you do if you're ever part of a two-person door core.
Okay.
Welcome each customer with a friendly greeting and a smile.
Okay.
Introduce yourself and tell the customer that it really is a short wait. Give all the waiting customers a menu.
Okay.
Write and
Learn
fax a
this.
guest check.
Correct.
And give the guest check to the customer so they can pass it to the salesperson once they're seated. Help prepare dirty tables for busing, but never, ever go behind the counter. Assist, and that's a key word, assist in the maintenance of the coffee bar, customer
Assist.
area, and restrooms.
So is this
Clean
just
the
like
front
the
door
backup
glass,
door
customer
core?
area, restroom, and porch area as needed. And be sure to say, thank you, come again, to each customer as they leave.
Thank
We
you,
know
come
being a member
again.
of the door core is a really big job, but we also know you can handle it. All you have to do is remember a few simple rules.
Okay.
No matter what other responsibilities
What are the
you
rules?
have, don't neglect the door.
And don't forget to say hello and goodbye, and always smile.
And remember, never let a customer get away.
That's how they ended it? Remember, never let them get away. Ever. Do not let them get away. What the Wendy's training video, the fry guy? The fry guy is here. Dude, Wendy's fries used to be completely different. This made me realize that. I don't even remember what Wendy's fries used to be.
Got a little story about a dude like me. I love cooking French fries that you all might eat. I make them nice and hot and guaranteed to please. When everybody strolls up inside my Wendy's, you can have them as a side or even up in a combo. All the people want to eat my fries, I know. I do them up right now. You about to learn how I ensure the highest quality without the burn. First I change the pad, test the oil with the strip. Every morning I make sure the oil is fit. Fill the fridge with the fries that I need through the rush. Stock my fry station perfect so it's ready for lunch. Assure my tasty, crispy, golden fries. And to salt them to perfection.
You know,
is my goal this time. I gotta make sure everything's
I appreciate Wendy's going all out with their training stuff. Like, in comparison with the other training things we've watched, it's not that bad. Like, it's more just, it's a little cringy, but nothing like bad like some of the other things we see. It's like funny cringy. Like, they know they're cringy. And they're leaning fully into it.
The ones that don't meet our quality, well, those are destroyed. If this item in the bit,
Yeah, there is some sort of like effort and pride they've put into this.
the new fresh French fries are the ones to be sold. So if they miniature or small, and after 7 minutes, y'all, I only pre-stage my fries daily during the
It's bad in a good way.
rush for the late night and midday rush. Let's go.
Dude, how long? All right, it's got one more minute. It's a full song. Yeah, hold on, let me... There we go, we bumped it a tiny bit. Fry Guy. And he's driving a Wendy's Hummer on top of it. Want to be the Fry Guy at your restaurant? Check out the new crew bulletin to find out how you can make great Wendy's fries. Hey. Yep. All right, we have... It's Ohio, yeah. Oh. Let's see, there's got to be... I've seen that. There's got to be, Sears Mannequin? What? Wait, Game Crazy 09 training video? I don't know what a Game Crazy is. Is that like a GameStop?
Hi, I'm Greg Beck, and welcome to Game Crazy.
I'm Greg Beck. I'm Joe Buck. This is very 2009. I might even say this is a little 2005. They were a little outdated for the time.
You're now part of one of the most exciting industries in retail. And at Game Crazy, we strive to be one of the most exciting
My left
outlets
ear.
in the business. And that starts with you, our partners. Call it what you will. Customer service, the basics, Retail 101.
Okay.
It all comes down to your #1 responsibility as a Game Crazy partner, creating the Game Crazy experience.
The experience, of course.
Everyone who works for Game Crazy is responsible for the experience. It's what sets Game Crazy apart from every other place to purchase video games. From the look of the store to your appearance. From the interactions with our guests to the energy in the store. It's all within your control. And it's what makes people come back to us for all their gaming needs. The
I don't know if it
product
is.
advertised, and it's organized so guests can easily find the title they're looking for. Gamers are getting the latest
Gamers.
titles they love. Moms are finding the perfect game for their son or daughter. It's the attention to guest needs that you won't find at a big box.
What games are they getting? The perfect
They don't
game?
have the time nor the expertise.
Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts.
Next, you're going to see how to build.
Ever play Elden Ring? Yes, I did an entire no fighting playthrough of Elden Ring.
Understanding the used business to building your new release customer base. By the time you're done today, you'll understand why the Game Crazy experience is catching fire.
Is it really catching fire? I don't know if I don't think it is. I think it's getting burned out.
Hi everybody, I'm Mark Manhashan, and I'm here
Hey,
today
Mark.
to talk to you about the used games business and the trade cycle. So the first question you have is, why do we sell used games?
That's not the first question I have. The first question I have is, how much are we buying the used games for, and how much are we selling them for? That's probably my biggest question.
Well, it's simple really. Used games represent a great opportunity for both our guests and our store to win inside of the same transaction. Let me walk you through the math. On the surface, you'd
Okay.
think that you'd want to sell the $60 new game to put $60 in the till instead of $40.
You would?
Second grade math says that's the right thing to do, but the trouble is, the company only gets to keep about $12 of that $60 in profit. And that's
What?
before we factor in costs like next day shipping. So our bottom line really doesn't get to see much of that guest $60 investment. With
Okay.
used, we keep closer to $20, even though the retail is $20 lower. Why? I could bore you with all the technical stuff, but the short answer is that our cost is lower, and there aren't shipping costs involved. What does it take to be great, then, at selling used games? Well, it's down to two things. The first is merchandising, and the second is salesmanship. First, you have to make sure that your used games are cleanly displayed for your guests to pick up and look at.
There's less shipping costs
Order, so that they're easy to find.
and like overhead, I guess, so they make more money off the used games.
You want to merchandise
And that's pretty much it.
product, to make it look brand new.
Which makes sense why they want to sell so many used games. Plus, they buy the used games for like $2, and they sell them for like $40.
Most people think
And then they're like, "Why are we going out of business?"
Like it's not going to work. Well, we like to ensure to our guests that we really pitch the fact that we have the guarantee on the game.
And we ensure
Oh, wait, hold on.
customers that they are guaranteed because we check them ourselves, make sure the cases and the games are right.
The audio is so
make sure there's
bad.
No cracks in them.
For me personally, if I can get my used games to look perfect, be organized, be in stock, there's nothing better than that.
The second aspect is salesmanship. The value used games should help them sell themselves, but sometimes guests need a little extra reassurance. Talk to them about the 90-day quality guarantee that we offer against defects to reduce their fears that the game might not work when they get it home. If they still have doubts, let them try it out in the store on your interactive before they take it home.
I love
so they can make double
games.
sure.
Well, I let them know that first thing, anytime you buy a used game, the guarantee is the most important part. 90% of customers that come in the stores, their first comment is used games don't work. With our 90-day guarantee, not only do we guarantee that you guys will go home with a working game, but if you have a problem with your game, you come back to us, we'll actually fix it for you or replace it with another disc.
Damn, dude.
We've got a disc buff machine. We could take out your scratch. We got sandpaper we could take onto it. We could polish it up, make it look brand spanking new.
That guy's gonna take sandpaper to your games? He's gonna take sandpaper to it?
Even run a test.
I don't think that's gonna work.
And then we'll hit you up with the MVP price. You're gonna save. You get 90 days instead of 7 on your used games.
It's a no-brainer. You let the guests know that, hey, you're going to get a better warranty. You're going to get
It's a no-brainer,
more money
guys.
savings, and you're going to, you know, if you buy this new game, you're just paying for the shrink wrap. $15 for the shrink wrap.
One person's trash is another person's treasure. A lot of people think just because they have used games or, you know, if they want to bring in their trades, that maybe it's not worth anything. So when they bring in their trades, they basically, oh no, it's not worth anything, and they find out that the very next person that comes in is like, oh, I've never seen this game, or I'm looking for this game for years, and I finally found it.
Wait, what? So they're like, I don't want to bring in my games because they're not worth anything. But then the next person's like, yo, I want to buy this game. But yeah, they're probably gonna buy it from you for like $2. And then they're gonna sell it to that person for like $40. And you could literally just walk in there with your game, be like, hey, I want to sell this. And they'd be like, oh, we'll buy it for $2. And then the person that comes in right after you is like, yo, I've been wanting to buy that game. And you're like, oh, hey, I'll sell it to you for like $20. And then the game company's like, no, we'll buy it. And then they're like, no, yeah. And then their entire business model falls through.
Next up is the trade cycle. Used games have to come from somewhere, and that somewhere is your guest. Remember that used game that your guest paid $40 for? Well, what if they could buy that used game without ever taking any cash out of their pocket? It's a pretty easy sell, right? When guests bring in their games to trade with us, they receive store credit that they can use to buy anything in the store.
Oh, yeah, the store
values
credit.
vary, but generally speaking, the newer the game, the more the game is worth. And the more trade credit that the guest receives, the less they have to spend out of pocket. Figures show that guests spend about 30% more when they can pay for part of their purchases with trades. That gives you two ways to win with trades. Guests buy more, and you get more used inventory to sell. How do you keep that trade cycle going? It all comes down to guest education. You have to ask every guest, every time, if they have any games to trade. By introducing them to the trade cycle early and often, you'll get them into the habit. But they won't get into the habit unless you...
Get them into the habit.
Letting the guests know the trade value on games, letting them know that if they got games just sitting around that they're not playing anymore at home, they need to get those in so we can best utilize their money and get them something that they do want.
You got to get those games to us so we can profit off you.
The sooner that they trade in their games, the more money.
You've got to annoy the customer.
We can use those savings to get them to get more products. Walk out with a
Hold on.
game. Walk out
This
with a
guy's name is Christ?
They trade in their games, the more money that they're going to be.
Look at this.
We can use those savings.
His name is
to get them to
Christ.
Get more products. Walk out with a used game. Walk out with
What?
an accessory. Walk out with more pre-orders. Possibly even sign up for our MVP card.
trades are very
the
important to
card.
game crazy business, and if you educate the guests on the trades, you're going to get more trades back. One of the best ways to do it is every time you sell a game, you let them know the trade value on that game as it stands right now. If you let them know the
Oh yeah, you have to sell. You gotta sell the Game Informer and the used games, and the card or whatever.
Take them by name, and then say, hey, when
You had to become a Power Game member.
Next to our partners, used games are the biggest difference between us and our competition. Big box retailers can't offer trades, and other specialty game retailers can't do it better than us.
Yeah, you just go on eBay and sell shit. Like, why would you even go to GameStop now?
Hi, Mark here to talk to you about the MVP
Hey, we just
program here.
learned about it, Mark.
So, we've talked a bit about why buying used games is great for both sides of the counter, and why trades are vitally important, both to our guest pocketbook and to our store's profitability.
Mm-hmm.
The MVP card takes both of those great opportunities for our guests, and it turbocharges them. We know, too, that being an MVP card member is a little bit more than just having a card in your wallet. But how do you convince your guests that they want to join this club?
Great question.
It's relatively easy. Guests get a 10% discount on their used games, which takes your...
Wow, 10%? Are you telling me I can save a whole... like $3 on my purchase?
...used prices and makes them even lower. And they get 10% extra value for
10%
trades.
more.
It's like an easy sell, right? Well, that's because it is. But it's all in the
It's
way
not.
you explain it to your guests.
Like I was like, it seems like an easy sell because it is. It's extremely easy, and if you can't do it, you're gonna get fired because you're a dumbass.
To educate the guests on the MVP program is just to tell them about it. Let them know that, hey, you walk in, this is what you can save. Show a visual on a game that's $49.99. Show them that they have an opportunity to save $5 on that game. And $5 is half the price of the MVP card alone. So, you know, right there, the savings are there. If they get 2 games in an entire year, it's worthwhile.
I tell them the benefit of the MVP program. I tell them, bam, for a full year, you come into any of our game crazies, we're going to save you money off all our used games and accessories, get you extra credit every time you trade with us, as well as a disc buff card.
I love how they're making this seem like...
Wants to pick up a brand new game of Uncharted for the PS3. Okay, that's $59.99. I would love to sell them a brand new game.
Dude, Uncharted, that game is like... You have to have like $2 now. I like how they're just like, this is the greatest deal I've ever seen. Like, if you don't pick up this 10% off card... Like, I don't know why people wouldn't purchase this. This is insane. This is the most crazy deal. This is the most game crazy deal we've ever seen in our lives.
For $59.99. But I would rather just save them money with the used game for $49.99. And with the MVP card, you're saving $5 right off the bat.
Wow.
That means that you can buy the MVP card and the used game of Uncharted for even less than the price of a brand new game.
What a
Selling
deal.
an MVP isn't a pitch in the traditional sense. It's more of an education process. First, you have to educate your guest on
This
the
guy
value
looks like
of
he'd
used
play a
games
blue-black deck in Magic the Gathering at a tournament and then like yell at people
about the value of
when he
trade
lost.
and how they can help your guests spend less cash. And finally, we have to educate them on how the MVP takes both of those
I had an
great
MVP card. I fell for the
makes them
con.
even greater. MVPs aren't just great for the guests, though. We know that the average MVP guest spends almost 8 times as much as a non-MVP
8 times?
guest every year. And they'll visit us 6 times more during the course of that year. These guests are extraordinarily valuable to us. And the guests are saving money with each visit. It's a win-win for both you and for your guests.
Overcoming objections. Uh-oh.
Sure, you'll hear objections. It comes with the job. But it's how you overcome these objections that will determine how successful you are at saving your guests money
let's hear
by
it.
selling them MVP cards.
The secret to the perfect MVP transaction is just simple. It's all about excitement. If you walk up to a customer and you're like, hey, how's it going? You want to buy the MVP? I tell you, I cannot tell you how many customers will take that attitude and they'll take it for their own. They'll utilize it and they'll just be like, oh, no, I'm good. But if you go up, hey, man, how's it going? Let me tell you about this program. You're going to love it. And the first thing
No, I'm good.
you say to the guest is, I'm going to hook you up, I'm going to take care of you, or I'm going to save you money.
We'll get you the MVP. We'll get you set up. We'll take
Nah,
care
I'm
of you.
good.
You come back
Yeah,
and
that
pick up
guy's
our
just
own
like, yeah, you know what? I'm such a good salesman. Nobody turns down my MVP pitch. I'm so energized. I'm so excited. I'm telling him I'm gonna save you money, guy. Listen. I'm caring for you, the customer. All right. And if you don't get this, I will find where you live.
I remember your face. I remember your name, and we'll be set, and you'll enjoy shopping.
I'll remember your face, your name. I'll remember when you come back.
When you come into a Game Crazy store, we make you feel like one of our friends, the people that we care about. So when you come in and we're offering you something, it's not because we're trying to get you to buy something extra. It's because we're
it is.
We're trying to save you the money in the long run, where you can count on us to provide you what you need, especially with our MVP program.
The easiest way to overcome any objection is to simply talk about the money that your guest will save. The average guest saves more than 3 times the price of the card over the course of their year-long membership. Wow. That's a tremendous value, and one that's extraordinarily difficult to duplicate anywhere else. The bottom line.
Oh, this is a training video. You think they'd advertise this in a commercial?
And MVP
There's no way.
generate huge value for themselves. Who wouldn't want to join that club?
Who wouldn't? Me. I wouldn't want to join. Oh, pre-orders. Here we go.
Hey everybody, Mark here. Do you know one great way
Mark's
to
back
guarantee
again.
a guest will come back to your store? When a guest pre-orders a game from Game Crazy, they're committing their purchase to you. And by securing these purchases, you help more than just that one guest. The Game Crazy buyers use active pre-order numbers to determine how many copies we're going to buy of that game and how many we'll send to your store. So what's an active pre-order?
Yeah.
Simple. It's the total number of pre-orders minus redemptions before release.
Basic
we know that guests
algebra.
change their minds, and we take that into account. But for every active pre-order that you have, we'll send you about 1.5 pieces of product. So not only do your
Dude, they're gonna
pre-order
send me
guests
half a
win, so
game.
do your
Just
walk-in
like chop it in
guests.
half.
The more active pre-orders you have,
I
the
got
more
half a
games you'll
game.
have for your other guests.
Well, for buyers, pre-orders help us determine what products our guests are the most interested in and allow us to invest our company's money into those titles. Purchasing is just like managing a checkbook ledger. You have a finite amount of money to work with, and you have to be smart.
Why does this guy look so tired? Probably because he's working at Game Crazy.
Much of the wrong things ties up money that could have been used to purchase more of the right things. Because stores only have a finite amount of space to display product, sending too much or too little of any product provides unnecessary challenges to that store. Pre-orders
He's
are the key
worn
to
out from
finding
trying
the
to
right
sell
balance.
MVPs.
So, pre-orders help the buyers make better choices. But how can you make sure that you and your store get more of the product you need to satisfy your guests' needs?
Great question.
A pre-order designates a guest's intent to make a purchase. The more pre-orders a particular game has sends a very strong signal that there's demand for product in that location.
When people want
Pre-orders
product,
ensure that that product will be there, and
they
the guest
want to
doesn't have
buy
be
the
disappointed.
product. This helps because we make money
Get your guests excited about
from their
upcoming games.
purchases.
The new release lithos, the master release schedule, the
Master
magazines that you
release.
sell in your store, your fellow partners, and your guests. These are all great resources to use to gather the knowledge you need to be successful.
Okay.
The best way to educate yourself on new upcoming titles is to read about them. First, the things first.
Yeah, you gotta
Game
read.
Crazy provides you with magazines.
You got to read your Game Crazy magazines.
PSN, Xbox Magazine. You can go with EGM. It's a great magazine.
PlayStation Magazine, official Xbox Magazine, Game Pro. There's tons of online sites. I mean, it's just a really good time to be a
Dude, it's like 2009, and he's like, you get your information from magazines. Like, this isn't, we're not in like 1999. This is legit 2009. Like, we had, I was like starting up YouTube. Like, we had plenty of online things you could look at to find information about video games. This wasn't like the Stone Age. There's like, what I like to reference is all of our company magazines that are fantastic.
Pre-orders are the lifeblood of the business. If you don't get pre-orders, you don't get trades.
You don't get pre-orders?
Lifeblood of the business. If you don't get pre-orders, you don't get
Pre-orders?
trades,
If you don't get
MVPs,
pre-orders?
you don't get people coming back into your store. So it's quite important to get your guests to pre-order games first, because you're guaranteeing they're going to come back in your store.
Main thing is just being aware of what your customers' needs are. When you know that, it's going to be simple to add on any pre-order, because the customer, when they trust you, will believe in what you're trying to let them know about.
Once your customer trusts you, they'll believe you, and that's when you got them. They don't realize that you're just using them for money.
Pre-orders drive many aspects of your business, from new releases, to trade, to used. It's in your hands, and just takes $5 down to make it happen.
Just, you got $5, right? Just takes $5 down. You got $5. You've got $5. Guys, did you know for the low, low price of one Twitch Prime, it's like a free $5? You got to be game crazy to not take that deal. Accessories. Just skip lunch.
Hey
Yeah, come on.
Besides used games, you
Just
know, the best
cancel
way
your
to help
streaming
your store
service.
Make more money. It's the same way to enhance your guest gaming experience and make sure that they have everything that they need to make their purchase complete. Yep, we're talking about accessories.
Yep.
Gone are the days of game systems coming with everything in the box that they need to get fired up right away. There are just too many choices and guests have too many different needs. But that's where you come in.
We used to give people too much stuff, and it was really convenient. So we decided to stop doing that. That was terrible. Now we just sell it.
Guests need extra controllers so that the whole
Very
family can play. Some guests need an extra memory card so that they can take their football team over to a buddy's house for the big game. But no matter what they need,
Thank you, Zarina. Oh, God, I can't talk. Thank you, Zarina, for the 6 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
how do you know what the right questions are to ask?
And using your
It's as
Twitch
simple as just
Prime.
asking questions. You know, you start the dialogue with them, and they pretty much will let you know their environment and how they play.
Just ask them questions, whether they're playing Xbox Live, whether they're playing Sony online, if they have the Wii, play online the Wii.
Now this guy knows about video games. Do they got Sony Online? Do they got Xbox Live? Do they have like the Wii? The Wii?
Sony
The Wii?
online, if they have the Wii, play online the Wii, or whether they're just gonna go home and play
The
with
Wii.
their buddies and they need another controller, something along those lines. So I just ask questions to see what they're gonna be doing with this game.
You have them as a lifer. I mean, they'll come back to you.
You have them as a lifer. They're never going anywhere else. They'll always come back. They're here for life. I got bad news for Cheyenne, dude. They're gone. Game Crazy's gone. His customers are gone. What do you think he's like? What do you think he is now? Do you think he's still in retail? Do you think he's working at like Best Buy? Is he trying to stream? Like, is he trying to get his customers back on streams? I don't know.
All the time for all the knowledge, all the games. If they need an extra controller, they're going to come see Cheyenne at Game Crazy because, you know what, he told me about my Wii system. He told me about the great used games that they have to offer. Plus, now they're members.
Oh, he's
of
definitely a
the
crypto guy.
Get
100%. Definitely a
There's
crypto
nothing else
bro.
better than that. Set 'em up for
This
Twitter
man
next
definitely
time,
sells,
good to go.
buys and sells NFTs.
See, it's all about education. Once a guest understands why a second controller, or a strategy guide, or a memory card helps them have more fun when they play, the rest is easy.
Oh, Game Guard.
To ensure that your guests have the perfect gaming experience, you need to make sure that their purchases are protected. GameGuard and service contracts offer exactly that peace of mind. Imagine that you purchase a game and you take it home to play it. Fast forward 30 hours into the game and you're just about to level up enough to beat the final boss. And then it happens.
Oh,
Brother
it
takes
happens?
the game to the dog. Your mom has a candle party and she uses the game as a drink coaster. And now what do you do? Well, with GameGuard, you don't have to worry. For $1 or $2, you can protect your investment for a full...
Maybe you just shouldn't leave your disc like on the table. And then your mom having a candle party puts her candles on it or a glass of wine. Like what?
year.
What it's going to do for the guests is going to guarantee that their disc works for an entire year. And you can't beat that. For $1 to $3, I mean, it's cheap. It's inexpensive
beat
for the
that.
guests to guarantee it. It's better than $50 that they're going to have to pay or whatever price they paid for that game initially to replace it. Let them know
That
if
guy
anything
just-
happens or if they break it, whatever price they paid
He
for
looks
that game
so
initially to
sad.
replace it.
He's like so
Let them know
confidently
if anything
sad.
happens or if they break it, scratch it, didn't it, chew on it, they bring it in, we get them another copy brand new, no questions asked.
For an entire year, it's going to cover if it gets broken, cracked, scratched, anything like that. You're going to be able to bring it back into the store and get your game replaced.
Plus, you don't drive a car without insurance, so why would you do the same with a game?
Probably because my car is used every day and it takes me all over, and a game is something I play once and then don't play again. So I don't really need insurance on the game. That's probably why.
Service contracts for your video game hardware work along the same lines as GameGuard. While we won't cover a system that's
Yeah, plus the law doesn't say that I need to have game insurance, but it does say I need auto insurance. So that's another massive massive point into my decision to have auto insurance and not game insurance.
dive off the top of your entertainment center, we will cover manufacturer's defects after the original factory warranty period is over. In many cases,
And when my game breaks, it's not like, oh yeah, it's gonna cost, you got hit by somebody, it's gonna cost like $4,000. Usually it's like, you know, $30 to $60. And then the game insurance price coming off of that as well is like another like $5 or whatever. I don't know. So like $25 to $55. What happens when you tell them that? They're just like, you're an idiot. You don't understand the game crazy insurance, man.
This affords our guest a second or third year of protection on the most valuable piece of equipment in any gamer's arsenal, their console.
I think it's really important when you're about to sell a system, first thing you got to talk about is a service contract, because you don't want a customer being able to get their mind set on all these different games that they would like to play, and then I want these games, and then to come to find out they'd have to fork out more money that they don't have or they didn't budget for a service contract.
What did he just
Come
say?
to find out they'd have to fork out more money that they don't have or they
A
didn't
4K
budget
Mormon?
for. Want these games, and then to come to find out they'd have to fork out more money that they don't have or they didn't budget.
I legit can't tell what he's saying. What is he saying?
I want these games, and then to come to find out they'd have to fork out more money that they don't have or they.
A 4K? I keep hearing 4K Mormon. Oh, fork out more money.
And then to come to find out they'd have to fork out more money that they don't have or they didn't budget for a service contract.
If something does go wrong with it, hop back down to our store. We'll swap it out right in front of your eyes. Goes like that.
Whether it's a new or used console, it's all new technology. So why not spend a fraction of the cost to protect your investment?
Different gamers play in different ways, which is why we offer such a wide variety of accessories and services to our guests. By asking the right questions, you can get the right choices into your guests' hands, and at the same time, you can help ensure that they have the ultimate gaming experience.
The ultimate gaming experience for gamers. The rundown. Here we go.
You've seen and heard from the experts at Game Crazy. Their message is all about the tools you have to deliver great service, provide added value, and
I'm glad we heard
loyal
from the
guests who
experts.
want the Game Crazy experience. Let's face it, people in the market for games, consoles, and accessories have a lot of choices, from discount chains to big box retail, from online outlets to other game specialty stores.
True.
But why should they choose to shop at Game Crazy?
That's a great question.
Better yet, why should they choose to shop with you?
Great
As you've
question.
seen today, we have a selection of programs and services that are easy to sell, that benefit the guest, and that give us our niche in the game marketplace.
I don't know about that.
Define the Game Crazy brand. But at the end of the day, the true Game Crazy experience is defined by you. You are Game Crazy.
The gamer. You're game
Your smile,
crazy.
your positive
We're not game
attitude,
crazy. You're
your
game crazy.
knowledge, your desire to help and to always put the guest first. These
You're
are the
game
things that
crazy.
matter, and where Game Crazy blows away the competition. The Game Crazy experience all starts with you. Thanks for your time, and thanks for watching.
Haha, these guys are crazy.
M&Ms. When you tell them,
Haha, the bloopers. Listen to that laugh. I love that guy's laugh. It's like Patrick from SpongeBob. That was you know, I learned everything that I already knew about the game retail industry. There was nothing that was like surprising. Like you really do you're just like, I know these people are doing this to like try and sell me their things so they can make money or whatever, but they make it seem like the customer is just like completely oblivious. They're just like, and they're just like, you'll take advantage of these idiots. They're so dumb. Also, Hardy's training skills. Hold on, we gotta see this.
Ron, I need your help for a minute.
Sure.
Got a task for you to do.
Describe the task.
What I need you to do is restock the common bar and check the ice level on the pumps. And it's real
Okay.
important that we take care of this so the customers don't have to go all the way back up to the counter just to get a salt packet or a pepper packet or a napkin.
Okay, what do you mean by check the ice level?
Okay, let me show you. What you
Dude,
wanna
we're
do
in
is
the
take these pumps
this is like the
out and
70s
look
or
down in there.
80s.
See there's ice in there?
Yeah.
You want to make sure that there's enough ice in there to touch the bottom of the condiment pump. That way it keeps the condiments cool and they won't spoil.
Okay.
All right, this one's fine.
Okay.
So all you have to do is check the other ones.
Okay.
And after you get the ice levels checked, I need you to fill up the pumps with the condiments themselves. And they're all labeled on the front so you know which goes in each pump. The condiments are back in the walk-in cooler
Yeah.
on the left-hand side next to the orange juice.
Okay.
After you get that done, I want you to check the napkins.
Dude, this guy is
and the
me. He's just
souffle
like,
cups, make sure
yeah.
they're full, and check the salt
Okay.
packets and the pepper packets.
All right.
All right.
Got any questions?
Yeah, where do I get the souffle cups and the napkins at?
Yeah,
Okay, the souffle
I
cups and
quit.
napkins
So
are back
like,
in
where's
stock
the
room
exit?
in the second aisle, all the way back on the bottom right-hand side.
Okay.
All right? Got any other questions?
No, I think I got it.
Okay, why don't you repeat back to me what you're going to do?
All right, so what I want to do then is I'm going to check the sauces, make sure I've got enough condiments in each one of the pumps. I'm going to check the ice level, make sure that the ice is touching the bottom of the condiment pump. I'm going to stock up pepper and salt packets. I'm going to go back and get souffle cups and napkins and stock them up also.
Sounds great.
All right, good.
Perfect.
If you need some help, I'm going to be on back line working with Dennis on Flat Grill. And what I want you to do when you're done is come back
Thank
and get me,
and offer
we'll
help.
Go ahead and check the condiment bar together.
Okay.
All right? Thanks a lot, Ron.
Good.
Great. Oh,
Hi, Paul.
Hi.
When you're done with your break, could you do me a favor? I need you to stock up the condiment bar if you would, please. Why don't you make sure you check the ice level, make sure you check all the condiments.
I like how she's just on her break, like, oh, finally, I get to take a break. And then the manager comes over and he's just like, so when you're done with your break, all right, we're gonna talk about what you have to do for work during your break. And it's just like, just let her have the break. Right? Just give her break. Right? She's been working. She just wants to sit down, relax, and then you gotta listen about work stuff while you're on your break now.
That are in there. And if anything else needs to be restocked, if you go ahead and restock that for me.
Okay.
Okay? If you need some help, I'm going to be up on the drive-thru.
All right, I'll get right on it.
Thanks a lot.
All right.
And now her break's over, I guess. Maybe it was the end of her break. I don't know. Still.
Wait a minute, Ron. Don't
Stop
touch
the
that tomato
person.
yet. I've stopped you because you need to wear the safety gloves when you're slicing tomatoes.
You know, I just had to cut just a few tomatoes, enough to get us through the rest of the night. The gloves are so awkward to wear.
Well, the gloves are here for your protection, and even though you're only slicing a few tomatoes, your hands could run across the blades at any time. The gloves may not fit exactly right, but they will protect your hands.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I guess
So
I
need
should
you to
wear
get the gloves
gloves.
put on before you slice the rest of those tomatoes.
Okay.
I guess I should.
Oh, I see you've got the gloves.
Yeah, I found them.
I don't know where they were. Just found them around.
Ron,
you
I
know?
appreciate you taking the time to understand this procedure. And remember, it is for your protection.
Okay.
Thanks, Ron.
Okay. Okay. Explain why you stopped the action. Thank and offer help. Like, I like how they straight up, in every one of these training videos, just talk about having like basic human interaction. They're like, open up by saying hello and greeting them. Hold the door open. Offer them something to drink. When they are completed their visit, you can say goodbye and thank them. It's just like, I don't know. It's very artificially weird. It's the corporate thing of like, this is how we must interact. This is how we interact. All right. Well, I have to go record 3 guys talk about football. I get to rant about the Packers free agency. That'll be fun. So thank you for watching daytime Crendor training videos. If you're new here, click the follow button, follow along, be alerted when I go live. Check out all links below the stream. Click the bell, etc. Thanks for subscribing, resubscribing. And I'll be back later tonight with my regularly scheduled Kaizo programming. Okay? Okay. See ya.